Bang.
Here's Johnny TV, Matt, and Ed.
They always do the wonderful rap compilations, and then
And it just struck me.
they took a left turn and they took us down another path.
Jim Cornette is the greatest rapper of all time.
Jim Cornette, he hates hip hop, doesn't he? Nah, not anymore, mate. Not anymore.
In the midst of a global pandemic,
Social distancing,
the
lockdowns.
internet is broken by the unimaginable popularity of Jim Cornette hip-hop burial.
This was like Montreal Screwjob levels of big.
But the visionaries behind these classic videos would fall deep into a pit of insanity.
Every single one of those clips or images is a fist fight between me and Matt.
It's just an endless barrage of Jim Cornette.
Violence, drug addiction, and a disturbing obsession with the cult of Cornette.
I was just screaming at him in the hospital bed, I need my fucking life back, Matt.
Wrestling? Over fucking wrestling? You gotta be fucking kidding me, mate.
But the Here's Johnny YouTube channel was a bit of an extension of the Here's Johnny radio show, giving Ed fun freestyle rap challenges, rapping while eating hot sauce. He was rapping to my granddad. I'm Matt Nicholson, aka Johnny, musical genius.
When I first met Matt, I was a happy dude with a camera without having beers, meeting new people, coming up with weird stuff, but then
The pandemic, the pandy, the Rona.
everything went to shit. My name is Ed Hallwood, aka Gramsci, and I'm the co-creator of the Jim Cornette Hip Hop Burials. So now instead of being out with my mate, I'm in lockdown, I'm lonely.
I was having a pretty tough time in lockdown emotionally.
I didn't hear from him, and I was getting really, really worried. I was terrified. Little did I know that Matt was eating magic mushrooms for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and smoking a pipe of DMT for dessert.
I was actually prescribed DMT by my doctor.
Doctor?
Yeah, it might have been Joe Rogan. I was shot off into this cube that was like flying through space. The cube was on fire. You're flying through a bunch of like impossible patterns and colors and shapes. And a lot of people, when they get to the end of their DMT trip, they maybe meet God or meet Lady Ayahuasca, Mother Nature. I got to the end and I saw Jim Cornette and Tupac. Jim and Tupac started moving towards into each other and like merged into one. This is everything I should have ever seen in my life before. It just felt right. They merged in together like Picasso. Like Jim had the bandana on, Tupac had the glasses. One was throwing up the west side, Jim was holding up his tennis racket, and it was just like...
I genuinely thought that Matt was dead. And then one day I'm listening to the drive-through, and what do I hear Brian Last say?
The name of the song is Jim Cornette Buries Kenny Omega over Tupac, Hit 'Em Up.
I hear wrestling legend Jim Cornette call him a musical genius.
Johnny's a musical genius.
I went over to his house, and I just kicked his door down. I see him on his sofa, tripping his face off while listening to the drive-through.
Ed burst through my door, he's shaking me.
And I slapped him sober. And when he regained some form of sobriety and consciousness, I looked him in the eye and I said, mate, me and you, we're doing a Vince Russo hip hop burial.
Ed had come in with his rapper brain and he was like creating these rhyme charts. Every diss to Russo was just hitting with the
O's
and the E's,
the I's,
and the O's.
He just had vowel sounds again and again and again and again. There were so many pieces of paper.
It's pretty much the greatest diss track of all time now I think about it. Like, can you think of a better diss track? There's not a better diss track. Is Hit 'Em Up better? It's not a better diss track. Think of one, name one, please.
Not only did Jim Cornette love it, but my best friend, brother from another mother, Ty,
The first time I saw it, I vomed.
he loved it as well.
I just didn't really understand. I didn't get it. My name's Ty Gibbs. I'm a tattooist, an ex-wrestling fan, and Ed's best friend. Didn't get why you'd be into something that was so aggressive.
Do you not understanding that we just buried Vince Russo?
Just so fucking angry.
Well, right.
You know, I rate Jim Cornette pretty highly as a artist, but I feel like he destroyed my friend.
I go into this trance and I meet Jim.
And all he could do was think about Jim Cornette.
I wanted to do it sober, but it turns out you cannot make Jim Cornette hip-hop burials without copious amounts of DMT. It can't be done.
My name is Kate. I'm here on a leaving do in a pub garden, and I have no idea what this is about.
So at this point, we're YouTube superstars. You know, we're getting Adam Blompier levels of titty pics. The girls loved us.
Where's my drink?
Then we were hit by the copyright claim.
From Matt and Gramsci at Here's Johnny TV, you may remember he did a hip-hop version of You versus Omega, which I believe AEW complained about and had pulled down, if I remember correctly.
I was angry. Matt was something else, man.
We got a copyright claim from AEW, which clearly came from Tony Khan himself in the midst of wanking dogs.
Tears rolling down his face. We're gonna kill it! We're gonna kill Tony Khan, mate!
Little did they know, footage of Kenny Omega from AEW is easily replaced by a little ballerina doll.
So we did the Omega remake, starts getting views again. We say, well, we have to go after AEW now.
Jim Cornette buries AEW, the hip-hop edition.
Oh boy.
Making AEW Part 1, that was tough. Me and Ed had some tough times.
All the way through that video, we ended up fighting. And I saw Johnny emerge then more than ever.
I'd created this like really nice beginning with like some midget wrestlers, as if Jim was watching midgets, and that was AEW.
Which is a piss take, because he's a dwarf himself.
Ed didn't really like that. He hit me over the head with a bottle.
We had to beat the shit out of each other just to get one clip in.
So like the Miro section, where it was clear that we had to make Lana kiss another bunch of blokes.
Bang!
I'd snuck a little key between my knuckles and I bashed him right between the temple.
He won that fight.
And I actually edited the section before he woke up.
He didn't think that Marco Stunt should be the little thing from Mac and me. I won that fight.
And a little bit of news, that is only part 1. Apparently part 2 will be coming very, very soon.
We can hardly wait.
Jim Cornette burying Vince Russo, unequivocally the best diss track that's ever been made. Jim Cornette burying AEW Part 2. Maybe the best piece of music that's ever been made.
Hi there, my name's Stefani. I was hired to watch the, what is it?
Well, one day he said we need a focus group. I've invited a focus group round to watch our videos. You got these hookers in. There's like 3 or 4 of them just sat on the sofa being paid 60 quid an hour to watch our AEW video. I was like, mate.
In the video, there was like a bit of wrestling, bit of oranges.
My little dog Pockets.
One of them actually says to me, "What did you think?" Didn't really know what to say. It's alright. Alright.
After AEW Part 2 drops, 4 months go by. I wake up in a hospital bed next to Matt, who's also in a hospital bed. We're both on a drip. And we can't remember the last 4 months of our lives. We checked the YouTube channel. There's something about Nia Jax's asshole.
This is also a video that is on YouTube just filled with asses everywhere.
Jim Cornette singing Mary Jane.
A technical piece of wizardry there.
And we can't remember any of it.
Is this true? Is there a truth to this? Did you wake up in a hospital and you don't remember any of the Morgan Freeman, Natalie Portman, My Hole, the Miro burial? What happened there?
No, most of that was Ed's idea. Like, he was all on board with my hole. He was like sat on my couch getting gifs of butts.
We can't remember it. We can't remember a single thing.
I can probably find you one here. There you go. That. That's one of them.
What the fuck have we been doing, mate? We used to go out, used to freestyle, used to have a laugh, used to drink beer, meet people, you know. What the fuck have we been doing? Like hooker focus groups? DMT, Jim Cornette, what the fuck?
He was getting a lot of influence from his job and his girlfriend and Tyson. Lockdown was over. We could go back out again and start doing the original plan, filming to people in the streets.
I don't know if we're going to make another Jim Cornette hip hop burial ever again.
Creative guys, we could do whatever.
Matt is back in my life and I am more than happy that Johnny is out of it.
We're done. It's the end of an era. We're done with the Jim Cornette. Although, hang on, check this out.
Not real, but Iho. Oh no, it's Maki Ito. What the fuck? Japanese schoolgirls.